Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Pisces for the month of May 2022. Now Pisces, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, I do not do personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform. So if you do get a message from someone, that is not me. They're trying to scam you. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do content on my Instagram. So if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Pisces. Now I am using the Gilded Tarot, so there are links to the Gilded Tarot in the description below. You can buy it in one of two ways. You can either purchase it through the Gilded Tarot link, or you can buy the Easy Tarot, which also has a copy of the Gilded Tarot. I'd also like to say that less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed, and so if you do watch my videos regularly but you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right, so Pisces, let me make sure everything is in view here. And I think that looks good enough to me. We'll go ahead and get into this now. So energy on the bottom, you do have the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords can see you potentially looking to work past some type of heartbreaking situation. Okay, it's hard to say if this is coming in or if it has already happened. I feel like this is maybe in the process of happening. I do see you walking away. I do see you successfully working through this situation here. Well, I have to say, I took a quick glance over the other cards. This is going to be an interesting reading, I have to tell you. But you can see, obviously, the symbolism here, the Three Swords through the heart. This can represent anything that is heartbreaking in your life when you get the Three of Swords. So obviously, you can talk about relationships going sour, or divorces happening, situations like that. But it can also say that, like, maybe, you have been in a career for a long time and you've decided your heart is not in it anymore. And that can feel heartbreaking. And, this may see you walking away from something that you've done for a long time. And it may feel like a little bit emotional when you get the Three of Swords energy. And this can be in any area. So it really depends on where you are. There are some significant love situations here. We do have the Two of Cups showing up. We do have the Seven of Swords. We do have the Eight of Cups. So I do think some of you may be dealing with matters of the heart, matters of relationships here at this time. That could certainly be the case for some of you. Sorry for bumping the camera there, Pisces. But let's go ahead and dive into this a little bit more and see what we have. So in your current situation, we do see you walking away, okay? The Eight of Cups, for me, I love to see the Eight of Cups. And the reason being is this is a card of empowerment, okay? They are dropping the cups of the past. These cups here represent disappointments, empty feelings, situations that no longer serve them. And they have their backs turned towards all of those situations. For you, it's this Three of Swords, right? I think what's going on here is some of you are recognizing with this Three of Swords energy, something's, not only just recognizing, but I think something has happened in your life that has hurt you. And I think some of you are deciding, you know what, I don't have to stay in this energy anymore. I don't have to do this anymore. And so you have your back turned towards that negativity and towards those situations that are not in alignment. And really what this person's doing is they're looking out to the horizon and they're realizing, guess what? I can begin to take my journey towards the fulfillment of a wish now. And why wouldn't I do that now? Because actually the card that comes after it is the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is about your wish being fulfilled. And so you're about to go towards that energy and you're about to leave the energy that maybe has been challenging and has been hurtful for you. In the problem position, you have the Strength card. This is Leo energy, but this is about courage. The Strength card, take a look here. This person is so courageous that they are taming a lion, right? They are walking next to a lion, right? Who would do that? Who has the strength to do that? And it says that this can bring about you overcoming some type of internal obstacle in your life. The thing is, it's in the problem position, okay? It's in the problem position here. And so There's another sign that had this exact combination that I'm not thinking. Maybe it was Aquarius. It might have been Aquarius, it might have been Sagittarius, one of those two signs. But at any rate, what's going on here is you have the energy of walking away with the Eight of Cups. And then, but at the same time, this motion to walk away has been extremely challenging for you. And not just because of external circumstances, but this has been something that you have internally struggled with doing. You know that you need to leave someone or something go. You know you need to let go of something. You know you need to turn your back on something, but it's been very hard for you to do it. Sometimes it's easier said than done. And I think this is the big challenge for you at this time. Now, in the past, you do have the Star card. So the Star is one of my favorite cards to find in a tarot reading. This is Aquarius energy. This is also the other wish card. So we talked about how you're about to take this step towards the path towards a wish coming true with this Eight of Cups, and the Star card is the other wish card, right? And so in the past, some of you have thrown a wish out to the universe. And this is giving me synchronicity vibes. Like some of you maybe are having signs and synchronicities coming in. You're seeing 777 on a license plate. You're seeing, repeating numbers elsewhere. You're overhearing something. You're hearing things in song lyrics. There's something around a synchronicity here. And this could be you it's almost like some of you have put this wish out to the universe, and you're now getting signs that this wish is in the process of being fulfilled at some point here. And that's kind of what I'm feeling. The thing is, the Star is also about clarity. It's also about healing. It's about hope and renewal. It's an amazing card because it comes after the upheaval of the tower, and it says that there's hope on the horizon for you. And so this has been in the past, but I feel like for some of you, it's like, you've recognized that I can get clear on what I want. You've recognized that there is hope in my situation, and you've now taken the step to move towards a better timeline for yourself with the Eight of Cups in the middle. In the future, you have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is really a competition, okay? This person is sort of standing their ground here, and they're trying to fend off the difficulty and the challenge of these wands that are coming after them. And there is some competition showing up in the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands, because the Seven of Wands is the future, okay? This is the position indicating the future. We have the Seven of Swords and the outcome, which don't worry, we'll talk more about as we go along. But there is competition present here. There is maybe somebody else's energy involved here, I do have to say, because we have this king, we have this knight as well, but we also have the energies of competition. But more importantly, Seven of Wands is similar to the Strength card in that it asks you to stand your ground. It asks you to take a stand. And for you, taking a stand may look like being confident as you walk away from something. Remember, if something's not working, you don't have to stay in that situation just for pride. Like, you can walk away from that situation. And I think that may even be presenting itself as you taking a stand at this time. I know it's a little bit of a confusing message, but it's almost like in walking away, you are standing up for yourself. And that's kind of what I feel like is what's coming in here. Now, on your conscious awareness, on your thoughts, or on your mind, you have this King of Cups, you have a water sign on your mind. This could be you. Remember, I don't attach gender to my cards, so it doesn't matter what gender you are. This could be you showing up. I typically read this as a Cancerian masculine, but it really just depends. So you could have your best interest in mind here. You could be putting you at the forefront of your thoughts with the King of Cups here. But the King of Cups also could mean that somebody maybe was a little bit emotionally manipulative. You may have dealt with somebody like that. You may be finally understanding that as you've walked away. That's a little bit of a specific message, but some of you could be thinking about that. The other thing is the King of Cups does say to be careful, because there could be an emotional storm sort of brewing, and the King of Cups does ask you to have control and mastery over your emotions. So just something to consider. Now, in the subconscious, in the hidden, or what you can't see, you do have this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a great card to find if you're looking to move, like make a relocation, like change your zip code. And this could see you like going like far, like I'm talking like maybe the city over, or maybe even the state over, or maybe to a new country. Like this could be a far distance, or a distance that's farther than you're used to. You could also be dealing, if you're not dealing with a King of Cups, or if you're not dealing with a water sign, you could be dealing with a fire sign, something like that. That could be who you're walking away from, or something along those lines. King of Wands, or the Knight of Wands, also says you're a maverick. You have tons of skills, talents, and abilities, and you can use those skills to help yourself out as well. In the staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you do have this Eight of Wands. So, you know, we do have some fire here showing up with the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Strength card. This Knight of Wands, or excuse me, this Eight of Wands here, you know, this is really another card of travel. To get the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands, some of you may just decide to take a spontaneous trip somewhere, get on a plane. This could be travel by air, travel by flight. But the thing is, the Eight of Wands also talks about accelerated motion, things coming, like breakthroughs happening in your life. It could represent, probably more often than not, it's about good news coming in. So it's a very good card. The Eight of Wands brings good news from a distance, which would be through like phone calls, text messages, emails, social media, letters, anything like that. And so some of you may be getting good news here, and I actually just feel like for some of you, you're accelerating the timeline of something at this time, is what I kind of feel like saying. Your timeline is accelerating, is the phrase that's coming forward. In the external awareness, or in the external influence, you do have the Four of Pentacles. So what's happening outside of you is some of you are trying to hold on here, okay? You can see this person's holding on to these pentacles. But remember, we had this huge message throughout this entire reading of you needing to let go. And letting go, I say needing to let go, but I've been talking about walking away, which is like, for me in this case, about this, pretty much the same thing. And so this person's holding on, right? They're holding on to their pentacles very tightly, close to their chest. And so is there something in your life that you just need to walk away from, that you just need to let go of? That's kind of what I feel like is coming in here. In your hopes and fears, this is where it gets interesting, because you have this Two of Cups here. This is showing up as a hope or a fear. It's like, I wonder if some of you are keeping tabs on this, it's almost this weird message that you've walked away, but like you're still looking at their social media accounts, or like you're still following them, or like, you know, online, not like literally following or stalking or anything, but like you're still like keeping tabs on them. And it's almost something like that's happening. I know this is a very specific message. If that's not the case, what's happening here is this scenario I've been talking about this whole time, where you're working through heartbreak, that's happened a long time ago. Like this Three of Swords may have happened already. This may have happened a long time ago. And what you're really hoping for is a new partnership with somebody. In the outcome, you do have this Seven of Swords card. See, the thing is, I don't love to see this with the Seven of Wands, because the Seven of Wands is competition, people around you not having your best interest. And the Seven of Swords could potentially be lying, cheating, stealing, especially because it's combined with the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. And you have it here as well with the Two of Cups in your hopes and fears. Okay? And so it's almost like some of you, there's like the timeline's being accelerated, and it's almost like maybe this is because of something that hurt you. Maybe something hurt you, and that has accelerated the timeline. The other thing, on a much more positive note, the Seven of Swords can represent you needing to come up with a strategy and build a game plan for your life. Put something into practice in your life. And it may be around this walking away. Like if you haven't already walked away, maybe you come up with a strategy to do that and just do it, right? And so I'm trying to make it more positive, but it is a bit of a challenging outcome because there are people involved, and there's a little bit of heartbreak here involved as well. So let's go ahead and see what these three clarifiers are. All right, so let's see if I can pick these three clarifications up. Okay, so you have the Queen of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. You know what? I feel like, here's the deal. Queen Okay, Page, Knight, Queen, King of Wands. All of them in some way can be somebody who moves like from partner to partner. They can be somebody, because all four of these court cards are seen as extremely attractive. And it's almost like you were in a situation, like you were in a relationship or whatever with somebody who was like attractive. Like people very, very much viewed this person as attractive. And there's competition. Like you always felt like there was competition from other people relating to your person. And it's almost like, I don't know, because then you're also getting this Five of Wands, which is conflict. And so I feel like what's going on here, some of you are just like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm going to take the bag, all right? I'm going to start building my empire here. I'm going to start building my legacy here. I'm going to let go of whatever this drama is with this other person. And for me, it's about the bag. And it's about setting myself up for major success here, which I think comes as you walk away. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling. Yeah, I mean, look, you have an amazing combination here of Great Fortune, Court House, and Mature Woman. Great Fortune is the best card to find. It's obviously speaking to some type of good financial success in your life, potentially. You obviously have to put the work in. And then you have Court House and Mature Woman. There could be a divorce happening here. And it's almost like for some of you, this is accelerating the timeline, particularly maybe something around maturity. And remember, we're always maturing. It doesn't matter how old you are. We're always maturing. We're always coming to a new level of maturity in our life. Yeah, look, I mean, you have Snake, Shed Old Skin, Mirror Guardian, Take Time to Reflect, and Shapeshifter, Transform and Unveil Your Gifts. On one hand, I feel like some of you are dealing with a snake. On the other hand, I think this has maybe even opened up some Kundalini energy for you. And I also think there is this message of you having a gift here with the Knight of Wands and the Shapeshifter. And it's like reflecting on how you want to see that unfold. And I almost feel like some of you are you're sweeping the relationship stuff out of the way. Okay, sweeping the relationship stuff out of the way by walking away, and you're looking to build your empire. So that's kind of what I feel like is going on here. If you're still with me, this was a challenging reading, but this is what I have for you. So if these messages do not resonate, do not take them with you. Okay, let them go. And this just wasn't your message. Do take the messages that did happen to resonate for you in this reading. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.